Hey everybody, Chef Beardsley. Quick little update on the FlySky. I've been messing with it for the past couple days. I've driven the DBXL video coming soon. I just want to go through some of the menus that I was using. So if you can see here on channel 4, I have my kill switch hooked up, and it's on this button right here. So you're going to hear the DBXL beep. When I hit this button, I don't know if you guys hear that beep, but that means the kill switch is activated and it cannot start and it will not run. And then I just hit the button again and she's ready to start. So let's see, go in the menus here. So I'm trying to do this through a camera, and believe it looks like it's hard, like it doesn't register a click, but it does. I promise you it does. It's just hard to do through a camera. I always miss. So let me show you how I did my endpoints. So if you look here, my steering, because the servos are really loud and they were just overextending, so I backed those down. And just to do that, you just click on, like, if you want a little less right or a little more, you just literally hit the plus or minus and it does it that way. You just click on what one you want and that's it. You can go up or down, and then same thing with the throttle, all that stuff, and then it shows you a visual of what it's doing. 3 is nothing right now. I was just messing with it just to see how stuff worked. And this is my kill switch button. And that's on a toggle. You can have it so when you click it, it goes on and off. Or you can have it where you click it once like I do, and it's either on or off. That's it. And then this is the model selection. Obviously this is for the DBXL right now. But I also... hold on one sec. Let me turn off the DBXL. Alright, so now you can see my Revo 3.3, my Savage. There is no, and it's saying signal loss because I disconnected the truck. So if I want to go to the Revo 3.3, are you sure you want to switch? Yep. And it'll load that settings that you have saved. And I'm ready to rip the Revo. And if I want to go to the Savage, and it saves all your presets, so you can just go in between, and you can go up to 20 models, which I'm going to have. I'm waiting on more receivers. So my receiver just hit New York City, another external receiver, because I have an external antenna receiver in the DBXL. The one with no antenna is going to go in my Capra kit I ordered that should be here tomorrow, and then I'm going to have another external antenna receiver, which is probably going to end up in the Revo, but I'm not going to put that in until I do the range test for you guys for the internal and external antennas. So that's why it's been taking so long. It's just been taking forever to get here. That is literally the only downfall I've had with this controller so far, was receivers take forever to get here. So if like you want something that you can order a receiver and have it within a couple days, don't get this radio. But if you're not worried about time-wise, or if you're going to order it and order like 10 receivers at a time, you're fine. But they do take a pretty long time to get here. And this is where you would assign what the buttons do. So these are all the buttons on the controller. This is for my steering trim, and it's right up here on the controller, just left and right. And then if I go here, it tells you when you hit the center point. Where is this? Now this button here is right here, switch 3. And then it's just on a click. You can do a reverse switch, a turn switch, So that's the, just click on and off real quick. So if I turn the truck back on, give me 1 sec. And it's connected. So if I hit, you hear the truck beeping. So if I hit this button, it's going to turn it off and on back again. And it's going to beep again. Hear it beeping? So that's because it's a trigger switch. So if you just click this to a turn switch, you're good to go. And if you have it on if it's a servo, you can reverse the servo. These are just like little wheels that you can spin. They're not assigned to anything, but you can assign them to whatever you want them to do. Then to add a model, I like the fact that it tells you, like, hey, turn off your truck, like, don't mess it up, which is a nice reminder. So to add a model, you just click on one that's not assigned. Are you sure you want to switch current model? And then you can name it. So to name it, you just go to here and you can name it whatever you want with the little keyboard, which actually I'm going to add the Capra, because the Capra is going to have the internal antenna. So Capra, enter. And there you go, Capra. And then, like, say you want to try like a setting or whatever, you can copy the model, and then when you copy it, it'll assign it to another area. And then you can, like, say you want to test some things out, but you don't want to mess up your settings you have now. And if you don't like it, you could delete it. So that's pretty convenient. Let's see, there's the timer, which I'm probably never going to use, unless, actually I might use, because a little sneak peek for you guys. Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I'm turning this into a drag bug, like RC Guy Garage. It's not like a competition, nothing. It's kind of like a, hey, take something that you want to turn into a dragster and do what you can. So I actually just ordered slicks. They got here yesterday. I'm going to get skinnies for the front, and then I got a bug body coming. I'm not going to tell you the name of this build yet, because when the body comes, I'll tell you. But alright, so, sorry, sidetracked. Get back to the FlySky. But yeah, I might use that for the drag thing just to see, but this does have sensor options. If you want, you could buy their sensors for speed and distance. They have temp sensors, like all that stuff, which I'm not really too worried about. There's, what else I want to show you guys? So I'm kind of just doing this by the seat of my pants. Oh yeah, then there's steering mix. You can go in crawler mode, and then you can see, and then rear side, so this has a 4-wheel steer setup. Phase, depending on how the Capra comes out, it might end up getting 4-wheel steer, just because I've never had a rig with one. But I don't know much about it right now, because I didn't get my Capra yet. So I'm looking forward to that coming in. This just shows you, like, if my truck was on, like, what position the servo would be in. All that stuff. Yeah, this is where you would reverse your servos, like all that stuff. Now, there's so many options in this controller. For the price, you cannot beat it. Like I said, the only issue I have is the receivers take forever to get. There's actually, and it's not only just a 4-channel. You can buy other receivers, like channel number, and you can go up to 8 channels, which is pretty legit. It used to only be 4. And then you can change, if you want to get fancy, you can change the LED on the back, the red, that looks orange, but it's actually really red in person. Green, blue. You can also have it just go off of like what your battery is at. I just leave it on battery indicator. And the bottom here is a battery too. So this battery will charge that. And then this can slide off and you can use it as a battery bank, but I'm just going to leave it on here. There's really no need for me to have a battery bank. But yeah, the thing's pretty legit. But I'm really enjoying it. It's very sensitive. It also has options to, like, this was really easy to pull when I first got it. So there's a screw, if you guys can see it right here. You can tighten it to make it have more tension and stuff. You could shrink this trigger down if you have a small finger. There's another tension thing in the front. There's you can make the tension on the wheel more or less, which I think it feels really good. I don't know if you guys seen the first video, but this is all aluminum. This is aluminum arm. It's also ambidextrous, or however you say that. So you can go in either way. And then it also goes further back, so you can steer one hand if you want. But it's a really good controller. This isn't like a full review or anything. It's just I wanted to get something out for you guys with the controller. The running video of this behemoth is coming soon. I had one already, and I'm using the GoPro, and I deleted the GoPro before I got the footage off. New mistake. So that's just a quick little update on the GoPro, on the FlySky. I'm gonna, once I get the other receiver here, which hopefully it's here soon, it's in New York. I'm gonna do the distance video with too many RCs. There it is. With the mini Revo, just so I can throw them in there. I'm gonna do one with the external antenna, which is this, and then in that box here, there's another internal antenna. So there's no antenna sticking up, because I'm curious to see like how far they work, and I figured the internal one would be great for the crawler. So I appreciate you guys watching. Sorry if it was a little crappy video. Like I said, I just made it up as I went. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys soon, and look for that DBXL running video.